Assalamu alaikum friends, my name is Muhammad Yunus and I am Odoo technical developer. So in this video I am going to install Odoo 14 and Odoo 15 on the same machine. So I will show you each step that how you can install multiple Odoo instances on the same machine. Both will have different port, so you can run both of them simultaneously, and um, both of them will have different restart services. So let me show you how we can do it. First of all, let me find the Ubuntu version, which is 20.04 release. This is the command that is used to find the Ubuntu version. Sorry, A. So you can see Ubuntu 20.04, and let me show you the Python version, which is Python 3.8. So here you can see, and then we will have to first update the system. So we will have to run the command sudo apt get update, and then we need to execute the command upgrade to upgrade the system. Sudo apt get dist upgrade. Okay, so this will upgrade the system for us. Enter y here. So this will upgrade everything, and then uh, we will be able to install the dependencies for the Odoo. So I will just pause the video for some time, and then we'll come back once the system get updated. So the system has been updated. Now we will have to install some of the packages like git, pip, and some of the other Python packages. So for this purpose, we will have to use this command. Let me copy paste it, and I will share the link in the description of the video for all these commands. So hit enter and install all these packages. Okay, and then we will have to create the Ubuntu user for our Odoo installation, and the command that will be used for this purpose is this one. So here we are going to install Odoo version 14 first, and here we will it like this. Okay, so it will create the Ubuntu user and a directory for the Ubuntu user, and like this, and then we will have to install Postgres. So let me just install it. Sudo apt install Postgres like this, and so it is already installed PostgreSQL. Okay, so it is already installed, so therefore we can skip this step. But if it is not installed for your instance, you will have to install it, and then we will have to install then we will have to create a Postgres user for our Odoo installation. So the command that will be used for this purpose is sudo su dash postgres, okay, and dash c, and then double quote create user, and s, and then Odoo v14. So this is the command to create the Postgres user. Hit enter, and then we will have to change the password for this Postgres user, like set the password sudo switch user Postgres. So first we will have to go to Postgres user, then execute the command psql, and then we will have to execute the command alter role Odoo v14, like you will have to add the Postgres username, same like this one, and then with password. So here you need to add the password. So we will add like this, because this is our local system, so we are not worried about the security. So you will have to add some complex password for this purpose. So hit enter and the password is set up now. And let me just store this password somewhere for so that we don't forget it, because we will have to add it in the configuration file. Then exit it like this, and then the next step is to clone Odoo. So Odoo source code. So for this purpose, what we will have to use this command git, and first of all we will have to switch to the Odoo 14 user that we have recently created using this command, and here it is. And cd sorry, we need to go to cd and ls this directory, and then we will have to execute git clone command to download the code of Odoo 14. So here we need to replace this with the version of the Odoo which we are going to download. In this case it is Odoo 14. So here we will have to add the proper directory that we have created here, like opt 14, and then the folder name is Odoo. Okay, and hit enter. Okay, so what it will does, it will download all the Odoo community source code for us, and then we will install the Python dependencies. So this step will take just a few seconds, and then we will be able to see the code, and we will be able to install the Python dependencies. So I will just come back after installation of once this download is completed, and then I will guide you with the next step. So here you can see the download is completed, and then we will have to execute the pip install command to install the Odoo Python dependencies that are needed for Odoo. So here we need to run pip3 install -r, and here we need to add Odoo and then requirements.txt. Okay, so hit enter to install all the Python dependencies that are mentioned in the requirements.txt file. So it will just take a bit of time, and then if there was any problem while installing the Python dependencies, then I will show you. And now I'm going to pause the video for some time. So here you can see all the Python dependencies has been installed successfully, and then the next step is to create the config file uh, for adding the configuration. So here let me show you the directory. Here we will create the config file for this Odoo instance. So the command we will use is nano odoo.conf. Okay, and hit enter, and then here we will add all the configuration that are needed. So the basic configuration that are needed is like, let me copy paste it. I will share the link of the configuration file with you in the description, so that you can easily copy all the configurations. So here you just need to make some changes, like you need to change this HTTP port. So here it is Odoo 14, so I will add 80.104. So you can add whatever port you want, but I just want to add it like this. Here I will add Odoo v14. Okay, and this is the TP password, which is Odoo v14, and here we will add Odoo v14. Okay, v14, sorry, like this, and here we will also add Odoo v14. This is actually the add-ins path which you can add, like where your add-ins are located. Okay, and then control X, Y, enter Y, and then hit enter. Okay, the configuration file has been added like this, and then after that we will have to add uh, we will have to install the supervisor. So supervisor is used for the service management, like we have different services for which each of the Odoo instances, so we can add the configuration under the supervisor. So the command that will be used to install supervisor is sudo apt install supervisor, but first we will have to exit this user, and then we will have to use sudo apt install supervisor like this, hit enter and hit the password, and this will install supervisor for us, and then we will have to create the config file under etc supervisor and then config.d direct. So it has been installed, then we will have to create the file under etc and then supervisor and then conf.d. Okay, so here we need to add nano, and here we need to add odoo v14.conf configuration file name and hit enter. So here we need to add this basic configuration, and let me just copy and paste it like this. So here we will just replace this with the user, Ubuntu user we have created, like Odoo v14, and here we will replace also Odoo v14, and then here we will have to replace on each line Odoo v14, and this one also Odoo v14, and here the purpose of this is to create the service so that we can restart and start to service Odoo. So hit save this file, and then the next step is like to check whether this service has been added or not. So we will use the command uh, supervisor ctl and reread. So here we need to add sudo supervisor so it is available, and then we will have to run the command update to update this to the group, and then we will have to restart supervisor. So sudo service supervisor and stop, and then we will have to start it and start. Okay, and it is done, and then let me check if Odoo is running. So for this purpose, let me find out first of all, let me find out the IP of this machine. So go to settings. Here under the setting, we will have to go to this option, and this is the IP of the system. So actually, this is the local system. If you are using any cloud instance, then you will have to check it like this, and then Odoo 8014. Okay, like this. So here you can see the Odoo is running, and then let me show you the logs where we can see the logs. Okay, let me just, so here we will have to go to opt Odoo v14 and hit ls. So tell f odoo.log. So here you can see the logs that will be generated, and you can see the logs like this. So this is Odoo v14. So the same way we can install Odoo v15. So for this purpose, let me show you how we can do it in just simple steps. So first of all, we have already installed the Python packages and dependencies. Uh, in this case, we will have to just create the Ubuntu user. So let me clear everything, and the command that will be used uh, this one. This is Odoo v15, Odoo version 15. Okay, so this will create the Ubuntu user, and then the next command will be to create the Postgres user, like this. So this command will be used to create the Postgres user for version 15. Okay, and then we will have to update the password for this one. So to switch user Postgres and then PSQL, and here we need to execute this command. Okay, like so here we need to add v15 instead of 14, and here v15. Okay, so we want to change the password for user Odoo v15, and the password should be Odoo v15. Okay, update it, and then exit the user like this, and then we will have to clone the Odoo source code. So for this purpose, we will have to switch to Odoo v15 user that we have recently created, like this, and then we will have to execute this command. Sorry, we don't need to use sudo. So here we will have to add the user Odoo v15, and here it will be 15, and the rest will remain the same. Okay, actually this is the path where we want to keep the source code of Odoo. Like here you can see we have added like this, and this is the Odoo to create a directory for the Odoo source code. Okay, and hit enter. So it will download Odoo 15 for us, and it will just take a few minutes, and then we will come back with the next step of installation, the Python dependencies. So here you can see the Odoo download is already almost completed, and now we have to move to the next step, which is pip3 install, which is to install the Python dependencies. So the command is pip3 install -r Odoo. Sorry, we will have to go to the just to the base directory like here, and then we need to install pip3 install -r Odoo requirements.txt. So it enter, and it will install all the Python dependencies. And what is the benefit of creating different users for different instances is that it will install the Python dependencies separately for each user, and it will not replace the Python dependencies for the previous user. So this is the benefit of creating a different Ubuntu user and install the dependencies for that user separately. So after completing this installation, and I will show you the next step, that how we can create the config file and then the supervisor config file, and then I will show you both the instances, how you can stop it and how you can restart it. So you can see the Python dependencies are already installed, and then we will have to create the config file. So what we will do, we will have to use the command nano odoo.conf, and here we will have to copy all the configuration that I have done like for Odoo 14 also, but we will have to make some changes, like we will add here the port number is 8015, and I will change this to Odoo v15, and I will add the password Odoo v15. Here I will also replace it with Odoo v15. Okay, and the same way I will do Odoo v15 like this, and then close and save it. Okay, so this is saved, and the next step is to set up the service, which we will do is using a supervisor. So we will have to create the config file in supervisor. So we will have to move to exit this user, and then we will have to move to etc supervisor conf.d. So here we already have the file like odoo v14.conf, but what we are going to do is to copy this code. Like first of all, open this file to show what's inside this one. So let me just copy it and then create a new file like sudo nano odoo v15.conf. Okay, hit enter and then add the password. So here paste this thing, then we will have to just change 14 to 15. Okay, like this, and then this one, and then this one. So control X and then enter Y and then hit enter. So the supervisor is done, and then we will have to execute the command sudo supervisor ctl update to update this new service that we have added, and then we will have to restart supervisor service supervisor stop, and then we will start it. So let me start it again like this, and then let me go to the browser, and here let me open Odoo 15. Okay, in the next, like here you can see it is Odoo 15 and here it is Odoo 14. So let me just add the database Odoo v14 and admin, and let me create it. So the same way, let me create here Odoo v15 admin, and then hit enter. So let me show you how the logs looks like. I go here and cd opt. So ls, here we can see Odoo 14 15. So let me check the logs of Odoo 15 for ls tail f Odoo log. So here you can see the Odoo database is the logs. You can see that it is creating a new database, and let me show you the logs of cd opt Odoo 14. So here we can see the logs of Odoo 14. Like this way you can see it. So let me check if the database has been created. So here you can see this database has been created, and this one also created. So let me go to the settings, and here like this one. So this is how it works, and let me open it in new database, a new page like this. So let me open this debug mode, and then Okay, so here you are on the settings page. So you can see, so here we have logged in with Odoo 14, and here we can see Odoo 15. So this is how you can install multiple Odoo instances on the same server, and you can stop it and restart the Odoo service. So like if I want to restart any of the Odoo servers, so like let me sudo supervisor ctl stop Odoo v14. So let me stop Odoo 14, and then let me try to run it. Okay, so here you can see it is stopped, and Odoo 14, Odoo 15 should be active. So here you can see Odoo 15 is still active, and let me start it again like this. So let me check it again here. So this is Odoo 14. So here you can log in again. So this way you can install multiple Odoo instances, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also click the bell icon so that you can get the updates of the upcoming videos. Thank you.